Hey, it's a Nixie! So today we're going to do a challenge on how to beat Dark Cloud 2 with turbo mode on. That is the goal. Is it possible? Probably is, but we're going to find out how hard it is to complete and see if it's just reasonably fun. Alright, let's get to it. First of all, we need to get my copy of Dark Chronicle, stick it in a bag of sugar, shake it around for a bit, and then boom, we have turbo mode. Now it's all sugared up, let's start the game. Oh heck, please? English? Okay, problem number one right off the bat. Navigating menus is going to be difficult. Starting off with Monica in the future, we prepare ourselves for battle, and yeah, this... Let's just say I was kind of curious. What happens if you actually lose the first battle? Because, you know, who's lost the first battle in the game before? Jumping into this challenge, I had no idea how fast the game was actually going to run. The time you have to predict your enemy's movements is very slim. It turns out, when you die, you just get put back to the main menu. That's it. The villains win. The world is destroyed, and... Okay, let's try that again, but with less sucking. Back in the past, we have Max running to Cedric's workshop. I wonder what he's going to be up to. Moving, yeah, that's a thing. So, it turns out that when you move the stick just a little bit, you just zoom across the whole room. It's really hard to turn with these awkward camera angles in this small space, but after a little while, I do get used to it. After picking up the battle wrench and moving along to fix the vacuum cleaner, it's time to go head over to the circus and start watching this performance. Max's battle was a lot smoother, I'll just say that right now. After learning a bit from Monica's defeat, just holding your guard and then just waiting for the perfect time to attack was definitely ideal. It was a lot easier to have a lot of space to move around in, so you have a small corridor, but eventually, after taking a bunch of hits, all the clowns go down. One last thing I needed before the game really began was to pick up the gun from Donnie and then head off into the underground water channel and begin Max's adventure. The first level, was quite difficult. First up, we came against a couple of clowns with throwing knives, and they definitely weren't the easiest things to deal with. And I quickly realised that the gun was going to be a great help, so I didn't take too much damage. So, Max's moveset. First of all, we got the wrench, which can go wickety wackety. Max has two types of combos. A forward combo, where he does 3 swings, and then a long combo, where he does 5 swings. Max can also launch himself forward, and do a slam attack. He can also do a spin attack on the spot, and then he also has his gun, which just shoots from a distance. The gun allows you to reach enemies the wrench can't reach, and that is basically Max's moveset all laid out. Froggy was definitely the hardest enemy to deal with. They deal damage even when you're blocking, they attack unpredictably, and no matter what, I always seem to end up poisoned. And with that done, the last sewer rat falls, and the first floor is complete! Woo! That was surprisingly hard. I don't know what to think about that. So, what have we learned? To start with, we need to stock up on items. As many repair powders as I can get, as much bread as I can get, and anything that can clear status effects. I am going to take damage. There is no way around it. Unless I get my timing on point, I need to prepare for the worst. And with floor 2, the worst came pretty quickly. I ended up picking a dryer gun from a chest, so then my next goal was to synthesize my classic gun into the dryer gun and make it nice and powerful, but for that, I needed to grind up and focus all my attention on the classic gun, and make sure it was all that's level 5. Another fortunate grab I got was an indestructible coin! Heck yeah! Basically, this allows our weapons not to lose durability as much, and for the sake of the gun, it'll use less ammo. One way I found to get more free items was just to smash all the boxes. Usually when you go through all the dungeons and such, you find these little rocks and boxes on the ground. You just ignore them most of the time, but for this playthrough I needed all the items I could get. So even getting a few extra gun repair powders like I did here, it's a big help. And with one last tough brawl for Froggy and a sewer rat, level 2 is complete. I originally thought in level 3 that the ghosties were going to be the hardest part of this, but it really wasn't that bad. I did take a few hits, it definitely took some damage off, but I recovered quite quickly, and the gun just ploughed through their HP. The real challenge came down to the turtles. The turtles are immune to bullets, and I've been focusing all of my experience points onto my gun and not much my battle range. But with one quick swickety swack, I can definitely take a good chunk of their health down. For some reason, I occasionally tried to shoot it with the gun for some extra gun point experience points, which wasn't a smart move by me. With one final turtle, floor 3 was finished and was on to floor 4. But before I did that, I feel like I needed to level up my weapon some more. So I went back over to level 2, and I just keep grinding it and grinding it and grinding it, leveling up my gun until it had 5 levels on it like I mentioned earlier. I'm not going to go too in depth about synthesizing, but if you want to, maybe I'll work on it a bit later on. It's just the same as it usually is in other runs, but all you need to know for now is, if you just feed your weapon some crystals, it'll get stronger and stronger, and it can possibly evolve. Now that the classic gun was prepared, now to prepare the dry gun for leveling up. And while I was at it, I also upgraded my wrench too. And now that I was all ready to continue on, all strong, new weapons, it was time to take on the full floor. And that, well, let's see how that goes. Even with these super powerful weapons that I had, I couldn't deliver the bonk hard enough to affect Linda at all. Luckily, Cedric comes into the rescue with a bonk bonk robot, and bonk bonks that heckin' elephant to the next dimension. Partway through the fight, the bonk bonk robot breaks down, needing some more energy to survive the battle. So with Max and Cedric running away to go create an energy pack, we come back strong as ever, and Max comes in with a camera in hand, wanting to take a beautiful image of this beautiful elephant. Here are some failed attempts. The fifth floor, well, was the first introduction to mimics, and I was not prepared. They attack fast, they deal a lot of damage if you miss your blocks. Let's hope there's not too many more of those to come in the near future. The only other trouble in this level is the big Vanguard robots. You're supposed to fight them with Ride Pod, but you know, I ain't no scrub. I'm gonna whack him with my heckin' screwdriver. That's not a screwdriver, that's a wrench. Give that robot a good old bappin'. I originally wasn't too worried about the penultimate floor, but then I encountered the darkness enemy, and it was really tough to predict its attacks, because it attacks in one constant stream for a set amount of time, and my timing is completely thrown off. Every time I tried to unblock to hit it, it always hit me. So I decided to back up and just shoot from a distance. It was much safer. Oh heck! That's not a chest. Okay, back up. So, I was thinking of wicking and wacketing like the darkness enemy, but just shoot it, fill it full of metal. Just kill it with fire. No, king mimics, disgusting, scary. No. It's showtime. The final floor, boss of the underground water channel, is Flotsam and Halloween. The problem is it possible to beat with such a speed up game? And surprisingly, it kinda was. The bombs came out of its snoot, and all you had to do was throw the bombs back at it by picking them up. And I don't know if it was just me, or if I've just kind of gotten better at the game, but it was really easy. Easier than I remember. But with one final slappity slap, the boss is gone, and that is the underground water channel. Wow, okay. I think that'll do it. We've escaped the town, we've seen the world outside, we've gotten on the train with Cedric, and it's time to go on an adventure. So, what do you think? Just me playing some games? This kind of challenge seems fun to me. Do you like this format? Next time, I definitely want to actually record the game audio, which I definitely didn't do the first time, and I'll try and do that next time. But for now, it's just the burb, just talking. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you can forgive me. Next up will be Sindane and the Rainbow Butterfly Forest. I think next one's be a short video, but hopefully I do some art soon. Bye!